organized by Darren to highlight some of the entries. Just as a reminder, this year we had like I forgot. Let's check. A lot of entries again. Um, and let's. Okay, so I believe I created the rogue basing page. The rogue basing page for the 7-day Roguelike Challenge 2021. And there were around 208 entries. And I say around because at the end of the challenge, there's always like some entries that were not really complete, and then they are ruled out, whatever. But over 200 entries, and it's hard to like get an idea of what are the best ones to play. So all the entries that you are seeing here are definitively worth checking out. It's not that the other ones are not, but you know that that's why we make all this effort to review them all, and it's far from being a perfect process, but it's what we have, and it's useful. Okay. So the next one is Idle Night, and this one, of course, it's inspired a lot by Hoplite. I don't know Imbroglio, but definitely has some influences from Hoplite. It says that it's a small scale roguelike, but and it also seems that it has some card or deck building elements maybe. But yeah, you can see like the limited playground, very possibly similar to Hoplite. But yeah, it seems to have like a lot more elements. From some of the review mentioned that it was a bit confusing, like it did not have a very complete onboarding, and it's always hard to make a good onboarding for a 7-day roguelike because time is so limited. But yeah, it seems to try to emulate this feeling of board game very well. Let's see some of the comments that were left by the reviewers. This is Idle Night. So, what did the reviewers say about Idle Night? By Tiny Touch Tales. Fun little puzzle, little row figuring out what's happening. Yeah. But they seemed to believe that it has a very good design and a rich and complex system and nice art style. Yeah, I agree. It looks very good. So another entry worth checking. Down here we have RuneMaster. This one doesn't have a video, and this one was also part of the actual previous event that we did on the temple. That was the 7-day Roguelike Expo some months ago, and yeah, it's in this one you kind of create your own spells. So I'm a bit confused because sometimes I start at a location where I have to pick a rune. Maybe it saved my game. I don't know. And it doesn't work very well on full screen. But yeah, I mean, the description given by the developer is that you are a rune master that crafts his own spells combining runes. Let's see if I have any rune. So I have the rune of earth. And can I use it? No. Maybe I need to find some more runes. There's some overworld here. And I don't see any enemies or any runes. There's a H. What's the H? A troglodyte. And it's hitting me. I cannot bump into him. I believe I have to use spells. So the spells that I have, I need to create spells. And I will use the rune of earth. No more compatible spells. Save the spell. I guess I will use just the rune of earth. The spell book. Okay, so I have the earth spell now. and I need to set a target, so I target the troglodyte, and I died. I died. Did I kill myself? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so it seems like it had saved the game. It had saved the previous game, and that is why I started like on a different location for some reason. But let's start again. Slashy the RuneMaster. And here is where I pick the runes. So I believe I can only pick one. This is the rune of recall. Can I pick another one? The rune of light. Okay. 2, 1, 2. Okay. So let's go to the spell book and create a spell using the rune of light. I think the other one cannot be used to create spells, it seems. So we created a spell called light. And can I create another one? Oh, no, I'm not going to cast it. Create. Okay, so I have like a duplicate. Alright, let's use the portal, and we are again in the overworld, and I'm not sure that was a good idea picking that runes, because I don't have any offensive spells, and I don't think I can attack by bumping, so maybe I'm dead. Let's try fleeing and looking for another rune. Probably should have examined the ground better to see what runes I was picking. So, but you get the idea. I'm not sure if there are dungeons, maybe there are, but I believe the stronger part of this is creating your spell. So there's a portal, that's, you need to go to the portals, and there's this kind of cave looking or dungeon looking location. So very interesting. Take a look at it. All right. Let's see the next one. That's RuneMaster. The next one that I'm going to check is on the west side. Right, we have another 4 games. And I have only played this one by Jeff Late, Rogue Impact. The other ones I have not played. So let's start with Amoeba Roguelike, which I believe was pretty popular. I saw a lot of people discussing it and having fun with it. So you become like this huge slime as you go through the dungeon, and you start like engulfing everything. That's all that I know about the game so far. It seems like it has some puzzle elements, and yeah, you're like this slime. So you don't move like normal roguelike movement. You eat humans, and depending on what you eat, you get some upgrades, it seems. And you can see the updates here. So you are like designing a monstrosity, I guess, in a similar way to Blob-like, probably. So that makes like every game different, because your character is given different stuff, right? Different possibilities. And as you grow bigger, well, I believe more different or bigger quantity of human enemies are coming to get you. So that's Amoeba Roguelike. Looking very nice. By Bectis, and I believe Bectis is here. Oh, he was trying to talk to me, and that's what happens. That's what happens when you are not paying attention. Okay, Bectis is happy with his boot. And actually, in the original, I'm going to share that, in the original design of the map, this boot was special because it had like this background. Let me share that in a little bit. And by the way, we are using Rex Paint for the map. That's Kisrari's painting tool. I'm looking for it right now, 1 second, because it's worth sharing that. So we are using Paint, the multi-purpose case ready thing. And here's the map. No, this is the expo and this is the celebration. So as you can see here, we have, the idea was to have this kind of thing to replicate how it looked inside that game. But currently the RogueNet client and actually the server as well don't support having like a background color for the tiles. So yeah, it didn't work. Glad you liked it. Sorry, I will leave this conversation since I'm talking about all the other games. We'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so that's Amoeba Roguelike. I think I had a lot of fun, and this is the perfect tool for this. I'm using it as a map editor. I believe Kisrari is aware of the many uses that his tool has. So yeah, that's how the map was created.